Thank you so much for returning to my YouTube channel. My name is Ronalyn. For those of you who are new, welcome and aloha. I live on the big island of Hawaii and I am a Hawaii content creator. So I'm on my way down to pick up my fiance from the airport. He's flying in from Maui. He's been there off and on. So let me go ahead and reverse the car and we'll continue on with our conversation and car chat. So today is a hot, beautiful day in Hawaii. Jim is on his way back from Maui. He's been there for business for a few days. For the next couple of weeks he'll be doing that. I'm not sure whether I want to tag along with him so we can take a little mini vacation, a mini meeting, 2 to 3 days just for ourselves, and probably go over to the other side of the island, on the island of Maui, to Lahaina, and walk around. But I think this time, since I filmed it, I'm not sure whether I just want to vlog it or just enjoy myself. Sometimes I just like enjoying myself and not have to worry about filming or anything like that. So we're just playing it by ear. And if I do make a separate video, I'll let you know whether I'm not going to be on YouTube, because we're thinking of taking another maybe anywhere from a week to 3 weeks. So I won't be making comments on the internet. I'll pre-film a video and put that on hold, so when that moment happens, I can let you know and just upload that little video. So if you don't see my comments or video from me, you know exactly what is actually happening. So the topic of today's video, and I wanted your feedback on this, was, I know for some people, and my mom had this and so did my grandma have this, is where, and this is just from a female point of view, is that when you have a gut instinct about something, do you normally find out that that gut instinct that you have, whether it's regarding a friend or the partner in your life or your children, or something seems very uneasy when you first meet someone, do you normally go with that gut instinct? I mean, I know the saying of you never get a second chance to make your first good impression normally ends up happening, but this is someone that I've known probably for the last maybe going on maybe 13 years. This person is not related to me, but there's just a gut instinct about this person, and I'm not going to be giving out any names, but I don't know, there's just been a uneasiness. Like, I suspect that there's something else going on behind the scenes. They're not really saying what it is. They seem very elusive when I talk to them. So my intuition when it comes to people, and whether I know you or not, is I've always thought that I not just watch your body language, but I also listen to what you're not saying. And I'll explain what I mean by that. And I think it's more of when you ask a person a question and you're listening to their response, for me, it's what they're not saying in their response is what I'm actually reading. Because, for example, if a person does not respond either to a text message or to a question, that can also be an answer, which means they're either ignoring you or they don't want to answer the question, so they avoid it. So if they're not saying, do you want to go to lunch tomorrow? Yes or no? And they just don't respond, or they do, but then it's a long-winded comment kind of thing. I mean, I tend to read into that, like, it's just yes or no. If it is yes, we'll go ahead and make arrangements for that. But I don't know. Am I the only one that has that really weird feeling? My mother's mother and my father's mother had that instinct, especially when I was married, because I was married twice before. I was married once, in a relationship for 10 years and married for 7. That relationship did not last. There was a lot of lying and cheating going on in that one. The second one didn't last. That one was together for, I think, 23 or 24 years and married for 20. Of course, that one didn't last. I know that my first relationship does not watch my videos because he's no longer here, and my second ex-husband, I'm not sure whether he watches it or if his new wife watches it, but yeah, that one just did not last, and I'm not going to really go into detail due to privacy issues because that person is still alive. I wouldn't want somebody doing a video on me kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, am I the only one? Literally, I need your feedback on this. Leave me your comment down the bottom about a woman's gut instinct on something, you know, whether it has something to do with your children. You know, I'm always telling Jim that I can speak to one of my children, whether it's on the phone or in person, and whether we're talking about just the weather or life or whatever it might be. By the time I can either get off the phone or talk to them in person, I look at Jim and I go, you know what? There's something else going on with one of my two boys, which of course nothing is going on. I'm just using that as an example. And, or, you know, Jim's daughter, you know, something just doesn't sit right, or Jim's son, you know, and, or a sister or a brother or sibling, and, you know, a majority of the time a friend or a neighbor friend kind of thing. And, you know, the saying that some of my kids have, or Jim has, is, man, I just hate it when you're right, when you have this gut instinct about something. And I share it with him, and whether it comes to fruition, because it's like I don't want to be speaking negativity out into the universe. I always like to look for the good in people, but you know, sometimes we have to be cautious. Sometimes if we kind of sniff out that somebody's being a little shady or shifty or lying to you or not telling you the truth, or appeasing you, which just pisses me off. I hate when people try to appease me or give me the answers that I want to hear. Or, you know, my mom's favorite saying was, when I was having marriage problems in my two-part marriages, I used to go to my mom and said, you know, I need to talk to you about so-and-so and everything. And the first thing comes out of my mom's mouth is, well, before you even talk to me about it, and I give you my honest opinion because I'm your mother, I'm standing back and observing the two of you, do you want me to tell you the truth or do you want me to lie? And I'm like, oh, maybe I don't want to talk to you about it. But, you know, sometimes, you know, a person telling you the truth about, you know, a question, or if you're asking them about somebody and their answer is the same as yours, or even better is that it's not just the same, but then they were able to dig deeper with their gut instinct and be able to share with you a lot more other stuff about this person that you never even thought of. And it's not that used to scare me, but then it was almost like an affirmation, because with this one person that I have in my life, there's always the gut instinct that they're lying to me. And that's the one pet peeve that I've always had, and anybody will know. You know, Jim will know, Jim's daughter will know, my boys will know, whatever. I don't like people who lie to me. If I catch you in a lie, you know, a small little white lie kind of thing, you know, I wasn't home or whatever, you know, I would rather you just say, hey, you know, Mom, I'm busy, you know, kind of thing, can't talk on the phone right now, heading out with my girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever, you know, with the kids, busy with the kids, not feeling well, under the weather, let's catch up later. You know, I'd rather hear something like that. But in this situation with this one particular person that I have in my life, I have this gut instinct that it's not like they're living a double life, but I feel like I'm just being stringed along. And maybe, I don't know. I don't like it. I've caught this person lying to me not just once but twice. And I always, you know, I always believe in forgiveness. You know, everybody deserves a second chance kind of thing. We're all not perfect on this earth, you know, kind of thing. But, you know, your eyes and ears are always a lot more open and guarded when people are talking to you, or they say they're going to be someplace, but they're not. And I don't know. I just have a really weird gut feeling about it. I don't know what it is. Please tell me if I'm not the only one that thinks like this. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, does this person want to go? You want to go? You want to go? I'm making the move to say go, honey. You may go in front of me. Okie doke. Being a little courteous. I know when people are trying to get out of certain, service stations over here and the traffic is kind of heavy, I like to get them out of the service station because I can tell that they're kind of like in a little mini rush kind of thing. But yeah, I just want your feedback. Do you normally go with your gut instinct when it comes to something? Do you question it? Kind of thing? I mean, am I the only one that thinks this way? I don't think I am, because my two grandmothers were the same way. My mom was the same way. And what is so strange is with my two previous marriages, sometimes my mom would just tell me, this and this and this is what I suspect is going on, kind of thing. Or she'll be even more blunt and just ask them a really blunt question. And then she says that, when I get a answer of how dare you ask me this, da 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 da, my mom would just look at them and just say, well, the answer is yes or no. Am I wrong? Because correct me if I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Or am I, just stepping out of line? And then she would apologize and everything. And she said majority of the time when they become very defensive, extremely quiet, or avoid answering the question, normally your gut instincts of what you wanted to ask is normally true. And boy, did I hate that. When I wouldn't listen to some of her gut instincts when it came to advice on people and stuff. And she would tell me something and I'm like, no, this person wouldn't do that. Or, no, I don't think so, whatever. And she goes, okay. It's just, I'm your mom. I these are just my gut instincts. You've asked me before on it. So, I've thought on it or prayed on it and everything, or I watch what they're doing because actions normally speak louder than words. Or again, what you're not saying is what she's listening to, which is what I normally do. And, in the beginning, it used to just piss me off that, oh God, my mom was right about this person, a friend, a relationship, or a situation, or I was giving my kids the benefit of the doubt or whatever, and found out that did you do your homework? Yeah, I did my homework. I don't know why you need to ask me about my homework, kind of thing. But has nothing to do with the kids, has something to do with somebody else. And of course I'm not going to talk about that person because I think this person watches my YouTube channel. It's not a content creator, it's not a family member. For those of my family members that are watching this going, honey, you're talking about me, just ask me that question. No, has nothing to do with family, has nothing to do with any of my kids. So yeah, I mean, I would love your feedback on this. Now, I'm supposed to be picking up Jim at the airport his plane is supposed to be landing in about 8 minutes. I'm not sure whether the flight is on time, because another pet peeve with Hawaiian Airlines is that their on-time service, boarding, landing, whatever it is, it's been like super ass crappy. Just crappy. Just crappy at the time of filming this video. And yeah, it's kind of weird. So sometimes it's like, I don't know whether I'm going to be going around the bend one more time or whatever. He's supposed to be landing in like 8 minutes, but so far Hawaiian Airlines has not been on time. Oh my goodness, shall I even give a percentage on Hawaiian Airlines? We have Southwest and Hawaiian Airlines for inner island airfare. Well, I've been talking for over 15 minutes. Certain places I wanted to splice out because I've been on certain intersections, so I tend to splice out certain areas of car vlogs. If you're wondering, when I say, oh, this video's been going on for 15 minutes. Ooh, I can actually see the snow on the mountain. I'm going to pull over and show you what it actually looks like. Of course, the tower, the air traffic control tower, is kind of like in the way. Maybe I can just pull off on the side of the road. I'll turn around the camera and show you what I'm actually looking at. Hang on. Okay, so that's the view. I decided to put my phone back in the holder. I'm gonna see whether I'm actually able to pull up. Okay, so now that I've turned the camera around, I kind of went up a little bit, so the tower, the air traffic control tower is there. So right behind the tree, of course, there's a mountain, but then there's some clouds there on the top, and then there's snow actually on Mauna Kea. I can't zoom in a lot because I'm using my iPhone. So if I zoom out, that's what you actually see. There are some cloud covers, but then the tops of the mountain are covered with snow. We normally have snow on the upper slopes of Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa when we have like a lot of rain. So let me see if I can zoom in again. Yeah, it looks like snow on the mountain. I was able to actually capture that. Let me move a little bit more forward. I moved a little bit more forward so that way I could get the tower out of the way, and that's just 3 times the magnification. Let me try something else. That's far away, and that's probably 3 times closer. So I wanted to go ahead and share it with you, so let me turn the video back around. Okay. So I didn't get a text message saying that Jim's like 3 minutes out, because I could probably see it landing or coming around depending on which way they're coming from. I'm right outside of the post office. The UPS office is right down the road. The post office is right there because I went to the end of the road, turned around, and wanted to look at the snow in Mauna Kea. So no plane landing at this time. Normally I can see it circling around when it's coming over the Hilo coast. It'll go past Hilo Bay, come over Hilo, and then I can see it actually landing. So we'll see what time he's actually coming in. If I know Hawaiian Airlines, they're normally delayed. So I think I'm going to finish up this car chat. Make my list for the farmer's market. We're going to be heading to the farmer's market and then going home, washing Jim's clothes and getting him repacked, because in another 3 or 4 days he'll be heading off to Maui. So I hope that everyone out there is having a great and productive day. Go ahead and leave me your comments down at the bottom, letting me know, what are you doing to stay busy, or what have you accomplished today? So I'm going to end the video right here. I hope that everyone out there is having a great and productive day. But until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Aloha from Hawaii. Bye-bye. Shaka. Or hang loose.